The Charlie Strong era in Austin not off to the best of starts as his projected starting quarterback David Ash goes down yet again during spring football. Hello and welcome inside our Campus Insider studios. I'm Shae Peppler, and Longhorns quarterback David Ash has fractured his left foot and will have to undergo surgery. To get the latest, let's welcome in Ted Emrich, host of 103.3 in Dallas and our Texas Insider. And Ted, I know there have been conflicting reports regarding Ash's foot, but how bad is this injury and what's the latest you're hearing?
Yeah, Shae, it's a Jones fracture affecting the little toe on his foot. In some cases, that Jones fracture can actually be a chronic condition. Yes, you have surgery to correct it, but it can linger, almost like a turf toe. In other cases, doctors can just put a screw inside and he'll be fine come fall practice. But to be honest with Ash, I'm much more worried about his concussion history. That's the major question mark with Ash as he enters his final 2 years of eligibility.
Yeah, you said it, Ted. Ash missed 10-plus games with concussion symptoms last season alone. Well, with Ash now sidelined, who is next in line to take his spot?
Well, there's two at the moment, could be three, Shae. First of all, Tyrone Swoops, who has been in the program now. He was the secret weapon who was never unwrapped, really, by Mack Brown. We think we know what he can do on the run. What can he do through the air? How refined are his skills there? That's why the spring game coming up this weekend will be so important for him. There's Gerard Hurd, who will not be available because he hasn't shown up on campus yet. He'll arrive in the summer. Hurd has been working with George Whitfield, the noted quarterback guru who tutored Johnny Manziel, and Whitfield has high praise for Hurd, says he's the top quarterback coming out of high school this year. And then finally, Max Wittek, who's transferring from USC. Texas is a finalist for his services. There's a report that Wittek's high school coach said he's leaning toward Texas. Wittek has denied that. He's still thinking of Hawaii and Charlie Strong's former school, Louisville, but that's another name to think about.
All the more reason for more eyes to be on this final spring game. All right, Ted, Pete Fiutak, our managing editor, joins me in studio now. And Pete, you heard what Ted had to say. Ash is 14-7 as a starter. He's won his last 12 out of his last 16 games. But if you're Charlie Strong at this point, do you just move on from David Ash and all his injuries?
Well, Ted alluded to it. How do you rely on him?
Right.
I mean, how can you go into this season thinking that he's going to last? So you've got to develop that backup situation. And that's why, the spring games, they're just light practices. They're hard to sit through. They're just a little bit of fun. But this one actually kind of matters because now we get to see what Swoops can do. And, this is his chance because, like Ted said, there's more options on the board there. Ash is going to come back before the summer. So if you're Swoops, this is one of those moments where, okay, if he goes 18 of 20, then people say, okay, he can throw a little bit. That's okay. But if he goes like 10 of 25, again, it's just a light practice, but then they'll get people worried a little bit. This is where he's got to step up and shine and show he can act the part.
And Pete, the deal with Ash is, okay, he has by far the most experience of any quarterback that Texas will have this season. But, hey, this is new for him. He might as well be a first-year guy, considering this is a totally new offense, a new regime, with Sean Watson and Joe Wickline taking over that side of the ball. Ash needs every single practice that he can get, just like Tyrone Swoops, just like the true freshman who's coming in, Gerard Hurd. So don't just say, well, he's the veteran, just hand him the job. Plus, we kind of know the ceiling for David Ash at this point. It's 8 wins, it's 9 wins, Alamo Bowls, and that's not what Texas hired Charlie Strong for.
Well, it wasn't his fault that he couldn't play run defense for Texas last year, but
sure.
as you mentioned, it's not like they're losing Jameis Winston here. So it's a big injury, but let's see what Swoops can do.
Yeah, Ash will enter this season as a junior with 2 years left of eligibility. Ted Emrich, Pete Fiutak, thank you guys very much. And be sure to keep it locked on Campus Insiders for all the latest surrounding the NFL draft, including boom or bust. Pete Fiutak will tell us if Blake Bortles is a boom or bust, and it's all only on CampusInsiders.com.